Good morning, students. Today I'm going to share with you about a poem on killing a tree that has been written by Guy Patel. So, in this poem, you will get some knowledge like about what this poem is. So, let's start with the first stanza. It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of knife will do it. It has grown, slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing year of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous height, sprouting leaves. So, in the first stanza, the poet is saying that, the difficult time and the difficult task of chopping down a tree is there. Simply, he is poking on the stabbing it with the knife. That is not enough. There is a great deal of the efforts that are required. That a tree is not something delicate that can be killed effortlessly. Like he's saying that it has taken the years of nutrition from the soul, has fed on sunlight, air, and water for long to grow strong. So the line stresses on the nurturing care given by the nature on the trees. Like nature is just providing the nutrition to all of the plants and trees, whatever is existing on this planet. So the poet is also saying that man too has fed on the same resources. We all are the human beings, and we are also watering the plants. Like we are also sharing some efforts to the natural resources to grow up. That means that nature had cared for them. Like nature is just giving the potential to us to nurture such type of the natural objects. like uh, he is saying that though the bark of the tree might resemble the skin of a leper, it is a strong, healthy tree, and the sprouts, leaves, and branches. Like the जो भी तना होता है दरख्त का जो bark होता है, this is just making the strength of the tree, the sprout leaves and branches. If the bark is strong, then everything is strong. Like if the foundation of anything is strong, then the rest of the part of the building, anything rest of the part can also be rigid. So the second stanza, so hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. Poet is saying that so man जो human है, human will have to use something that will be so sharp to kill the tree. Poet also giving us the recommendations to use an axe to chop down the tree in the pieces, but it may be doubtful, and if the pain will be there with the axe, so that will be enough to kill the tree. He is saying that chopping or hacking the tree with an axe may cause the blood from the bark of the tree, but this will not kill the tree. If any person get hurted, then he or she must not be worried, because of we will have to go through all of the challenges, if fears and some pains. But if we are strong enough, then nobody can make us harm. So it will get healed and sprout fresh green curled twig, which will grow in small tender branches, and the branches of these trees will again bloom. We should not be worried while we are getting the hurt, we are getting some injuries. So in the third stanza, no, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied, and pulled out and snapped out. The poet is explaining that if we kill the tree, then there are some rooters that are on the upscale. Like root, which is the source of the tree's life, needs to be pulled out from the deep inside the cave. And if the earth cave, so what is the meaning of the anchoring earth? Earth, the planet where we are residing. The poet means that deep cavity in the womb of the earth. Here the anchoring earth is the deep womb of the earth. लाइक जो धरती के बिल्कुल बीच का जो भी है, लाइक ये यहाँ पे जो क्रस्ट है, मैग्मा, लाइक जो सारियाँ लेयर्स है, तो उनके बारे में बात की गई है. वेयर द ट्री हैज़ डग इन इट्स रूट्स एंड फ्रॉम वेयर इट गेट्स लाइफ. लाइक tree is just getting the life from the inside, from the womb of the earth. So in the next line, poet is saying that or pulled out entirely or from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed to the source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. Then the root of the tree is exposed, this is most sensitive and more vulnerable part of the tree. The root anchors the tree to the ground and gives it life and strength with the absorption of water and inorganic nutrients. It had been described as white and wet because of the sap it contains, whatever the moisture that is being contained, that is being extracted from the deepest core of the earth, that just giving the nurturing to the plants, it remains hidden deep in the earth for years and is the center of the tree's existence. So in the last stanza, the poet is saying that then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. So in these lines, in these 6 lines, poet is saying that after sapping in the roots of the tree, dry leaving, it gives the hardness and after that it will start to turn brown, with all the softness fading out, leaving a hard and lifeless remainder behind. जो भी दरख्त होते हैं उसके बाद वो सूख जाते हैं. सो दिस इज़ कॉल्ड द लाइफलेस रिमाइंडर. With time it will become dry and bent out of shape, after clearing all of its age, the trees get old and leaving a corpse where a tree used to be. In short, the exposure will leave the root exposed to the elements of weather, which will eventually ravage and destroy it, and finally tree will breathe its last. So I think you got this poem, and the next video I will share the rest of the part with you. Thank you and have a nice day.